Welcome back to part 5 with me, Jeff Olllerhead, and James McMartin. So, James, what's next?
Well, I've been through recovery for the past 2 years. I've got all my faculties back, writing short stories, got a film script, got a new agent, Chris Smith, who's put me up with quite a bit of television. But I've always sort of thought, you know, if you could get in something, you know, like a soap, long running, you know, especially at my age, you know, I'd like to be able to buy my mum a house or, you know, things like that, you know.
She's still going, is she, mum?
Yeah, my mum and dad, and, you know, and just, you know, just to have something, a bit of stability, you know, maybe get in a soap. So, I've had this idea, they've never had a Scouser on EastEnders. So, if you don't ask, you don't get. So what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to write a script for EastEnders, and I'm going to create a Scouts character. An old punch-drunk boxer, you know, and I can play punch-drunk, Jeff. You could.
Yeah, it was great.
But, you know, so that's the idea. And he's sort of like a kind of mellow, mild-mannered sort of fella, maybe a bit twitch or whatever, you know, just comes in, normal, steady guy, has a bevy in the pub, but, you know, doesn't like all the young ones carrying on the way they do. You know, don't be swearing in front of the old age pensioners, all that. And, you know, you get like a load of guys coming in there doing drugs or carrying on, and, you know, hey, behave, don't be talking in front of her like that. And it goes off, bang, 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 waste a lot of them in, you know. And then he's back to, you know, the mild fella, you know, to the old sort of.
There's some characters like that, you know, there's been, you know,
yeah.
what I've seen. Yeah. Charlie Richardson around there, and a fella called Daddio, and used to happen in the Plough. The Plough was just, you know, that was our local, the Plaza, and there's many a time when there's old fellas us playing dominoes, and they're going away and get a crew of lads, probably myself, going mad, and next minute, Daddio stands up, have a word, but just one punch.
Still got it.
Boom!
Yeah.
Go.
Old school.
Go back to bar. Another mile, please. Another mile.
A mile, pints of mild, yeah. Wow.
Another pint of mile, please. Mild? He's just fucking...
Brown bits of mild.
That's flat out. But they learned.
Yeah.
The old school and the new school, they say, there's always rules, isn't he? And that's a great part, that.
You know.
EastEnders is your man.
Yeah, well that's, you know.
Have you got any names for that, this show like old?
Do you know what, I don't know what his name is. Hank. What
You want
about
to call him
Hank?
Hank?
I don't know. Malkovich. John Malkovich, I don't know. I've got to think about the name, and if you get the name, you know, I've got the character though, that old school character.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I've been Mickey Bell. It's like, but you know, the connotation's Mickey Bell End, isn't it? You know what I mean?
That's it, yeah.
You know, that was in Emmerdale. You know, and Darren Dobbs. You know, the sort of like, you've got a ring to them. I suppose you've got to have the right name, haven't you? So,
the right name.
So.
You could make your comments below, by the way. Give Marty a new name for the old Scouse gentleman who's in EastEnders.
Yeah. So that's my next venture.
It's absolutely amazing when you think about your next ventures, and this is what you think about at night time and stuff. You look like more eccentric, like more like a professor. Like
I know. You've got to be like a social worker or a school teacher or a counsellor. I mean, I'm in training to be a counsellor now. You know, after all the stuff I've learned in recovery. Yeah. So I'm doing my counselling qualifications now. So
it's funny because you've got like the complete circle, you know, where your life now is back to where, like you said, you were fresh, when you're boxing, you was dedicated, and you know, you went through all sorts of success, what you've got, the highs, the lows of that, you know.
I've been right through the mill, like.
You've been stabbed, you've been shot, obviously, with
I've been threatened with guns, I've been bonneted, I've been stabbed, threatened with knives on various occasions, you know, and this is where, in my counselling, it's sort of, you know, comes up all the time, you know, you know, I can't forgive myself for some of my behaviour, and the counsellor said, well, you've had PTSD, and you haven't realised it, you know. And when I went ballistic, you know, everyone's like, wow, Marty used to be dead normal. And I went, what's going on, you know? I never used to drink till I was 38. And I just went, boom! And I just turned into Jack Palance over until I was off my bonds. And so, yeah.
I can relate to that, you know, I mean, it's everybody, like...
You don't realise you're not well. You know, the doctors, the National Health Psychologist come in after I got stabbed, said I would have no long-term psychological effects after being stabbed in the back. Basically, they don't want to give you any, you know, funding or any, you know, you get criminal injuries, they want to box you up for 10 quid or whatever, but, you know, to turn on, so you're not going to have any long-term psychological effects after being stabbed, and it goes into your lung at the back. So, yeah, it wasn't well.
To be alive, you know.
Yeah.
Well, that's, you know, what you said, the thing you play the part the next day.
Yeah, you just keep on going, but you don't realise, I mean, my character changed. I just walked out on a marriage, a 20-year marriage, I had no feelings, you know, and then...
Did that affect all your family life?
You know, when you have a breakdown, you don't realise you're having a breakdown, and well, it was a few things all happening, and my nan died in my arms. Then I had to get a dog put down, Butch, that I used to take out all the time. I'd been stabbed, and I was Bill Sykes, and you know, and you know, and there was arguments, you know, at the funeral, and my wife chucked everyone out, and I walked out on my wife after being married for 20 years, and I didn't realise I'd had a breakdown, you know. And
so, you know, it's a learning lesson today for people watching this in similar circumstances, because as you say with this lockdown, everyone's bevying, aren't they? You know?
Everyone's hitting the ale, aren't they? Yeah.
It's just like, well, what can we do? Let's just get the bevy.
The world's ending, so, you know, you're getting this apocalyptic sort of thing.
Yeah, so, yeah. And it's you know, I'm not saying not to drink or whatever, because people, it's a good thing, it's a blow up, but it does, the demon drink can you know,
it is a demon.
Take
you know,
from
and you know, when you hear people talking about it as a demon and like saying the devil's dandruff and the devil's brew, you know, it is a demon, really. It can be psychological, but
this old fella said to me once, don't be drinking, you know, top shelf drinks, he said.
Yeah.
Some people, like yourself, he said, because they're called spirits for a reason. I said, what do you mean? So when you drink them, top shelf, like you do, like a glutton, I've seen you, throwing it down your neck, and next minute your eyes turn, Halloween comes out, and you know, and the thing is what he said spiritually thinking, he said, all your good self, your higher good inner self, it gets that intoxicated with poison, which means that can't operate, so that goes and leaves a cavity to what? To darkness, to like, basically an entity of a spirit to come jumping into your body and drive you around like a car and cause chaos.
Possessed.
Next morning when I come sober up, the good self's coming back and there's loads of police going.
And you're looking at 8 years. You've been out for a bevy.
Well, for a good night's out.
Do you know the
good night?
In recovery and in the DAA and all that, they call it, you know, you got to tune into your higher power. The higher power, which is call it the God of your own understandings. But with me being an atheist, I'm actually become a Buddhist and I believe in karma, you know, so I always...
You see the work, what comes around,
well, it's just basic stuff. Buddhism is, you know, it's not rocket science. You do bad things will happen, you know, and, you know, Christianity, I lost my faith with quite, when my nan died, I lost my faith in God, because I was a Catholic, I got brought up and after that. You know, so that I was walking around from somebody who'd been brought up a good Catholic, and then, you know, I lost my faith in God, but
you're angry at God, you know, there's a lot of
people. And you're full of hatred.
Oh, God, why did you do
That's
this?
What you're thinking of. You're thinking of resentment and hatred and remorse and everything.
Building up.
That's addictive behaviour, and that's what happens.
And you make an excuse for yourself. That's happened, I'm going to tell
there's about 1 million different talks in there. They call it the beast with 1,000 heads, you know. And, you know, it's got that many different permutations, addiction. I'm going to have a bevy because you're getting on my nerves, and I'm going out and I'm going to spend all our money now. And then I'm going to have a bevy more because I can't get in the house. I'm going to stay out.
Shot you, I'm going back,
I'm going to have a bevy because it's Friday night. I'm going to have a bevy because it's Saturday night. I'm going to have a bevy because today's the anniversary of yesterday. And it's all your fault. And you know what I mean? There's millions, a beast with 1,000 heads, and you chop them off and it grows another 1,000 heads.
it's still there, yeah.
It's still there. But I've got my sobriety, which is like an ace card in my pocket now.
Yeah.
I own my sobriety after 2 years, and
Well
you know,
done,
been
mate.
through two Christmases, and Christmas, this is where the demons come out. I call it the Hell King from the sixth heaven. You know, people just saying up here, March, come on, I'm skinned.
It's
Doesn't matter.
Christmas.
Yeah, I'm loaded. I've just come back from Australia. I've won the pools, and I'm taking you out. You don't have to spend a penny. Come on, let's go. You know, when you're in the depths of fucking alcoholism, no one turns up, but when you pack it in, everyone turns
Everyone's
up.
turning up at these parties.
Yeah, come on, let's go.
I think that's just like, again,
It's the devil.
The
The
devil
devil,
coming back.
not wanting you to stay straight. The devil turns up.
You know
I call it the Hell King from the sixth heaven.
Because you must get a lot of, you know, get on, because the character, to go out with you and tell stories the way you are, you know, you would be the perfect drinking partner.
Well, I've got loads of mates as well, so I have to lock myself up, put myself up in lockdown. I go in the room at 8 o'clock and lock it, and say to me bed, don't let me out no matter what I say. It's like, Frankenstein. That's what I said, don't let me out. And just, I work it like that.
That's just a battle, an ongoing battle.
Yeah.
You know, with me, it was the taste of beer. I loved, you know.
Well, I love the taste the gin, the taste the rum, the taste the brandy, the taste the vodka, Skull Super, White Lightning, anything I like the taste of, top shelf, low shelf. Yeah,
but it's the gateway, isn't it?
Yeah,
the gateway
yeah. And then there's substances, and then you are possessed by demons. Well, I can understand people in rehab who feel like that, who are religious, you get people becoming like born again Christians.
Yeah.
And you know, it works for them. And my mate said, like, you know, he's accepted Jesus into his heart, and Jesus is living with him, you know.
Yeah.
Well,
I've
he
got
seems to be getting on all right, you know.
If it works, it's
not
sick
hard.
of him.
He's working hard, he looks after everyone, he's got a good nature, he's doing stuff for charity. Just sound a bit weird, I've got Jesus living in me and all that, because I'm an atheist, but I've got into religion, I've been studying religion. And I love the Gospel of Thomas, which is a Gnostic Christianity, which is the actual words that Jesus said. And I listen to that and I meditate every morning and listen to it.
It's amazing, because a lot of people, you know, have got faith, you know. And me personally, I'll take a branch. I think the whole God or the Creator is a big tree itself. Whatever branch is, it might be a religion, but it all comes back to that big stem. And there is something of magic. But there's love and light, I think, you know, because I think, you know, the world itself, you see it now, but there's a lot of people who can just down to earth, you get a lot of love, a lot of light, and it's there's something.
There's got to be something, you know, there is a higher force, isn't there? You'd be a bit like arrogant to say that there wasn't, you know, some people who are total atheists. I mean, I'm a bit I'm what you call an agnostic, whereas you know, I don't necessarily believe in any religions or a God, but to actually turn around and say that there hasn't been something that's created everything. You know, how we're only human beings. We can't say that.
Yeah. I got taught at school by the religions. He said God is greater than what you can think of. It's such a power. How small we are in the vast, like multi-universes, they reckon, you know.
Infinity times infinity.
So it helped you then, so you found Buddhism?
Well, I've become a Buddhist. It's funny how I got Shakabuku, actually, it's called.
What's Shakabuku?
It's when you meet another Buddhist and you're just right to be like a Buddhist, you got everything, and you just go bang and tango, And this girl, I was in a play about John Lennon that my mate wrote, One Bad Thing it was called, and she was playing, it was Ian Carroll who wrote it, about the shooting, the awful shooting of John Lennon. She was playing Yoko Ono, and Tasha Alexander, and she's a gorgeous Jewish girl. She said, you know, you're a lovely person. I can see, I was in the depths of the alcohol, and she said, come back to ours, and you know, I'm going to chant. And she's sort of attractive, I thought, oh, I'm in here. So I went back, she gave me a cup of chamomile tea, and we sat there chanting, Namyo Renge-kyo, Namyo Renge-kyo. And then, and wow.
Something, did you feel something?
Yeah, I connected immediately.
Shakabuku is what it is.
Shakabuku, and then she introduced me to my mentor, Roger, and I become an Nichiren Buddhist. I've got me Gohonzon, you know, we chant for world peace. Kozen Rufu, once a month we chant. for world peace, and we do it our way. And I was working on the door up in Nogsy at the time. It was very violent at Bridge Inn. I said to me, bear to come home late on a Sunday, and we've been chanting for world peace. And I come in, I said, I've just chanted for world peace there. She went, you lying bastard, you've been out on the island of Charlie again. I said, no, I haven't. I've been chanting for world peace. And everyone thinks I've gone insane, but it's weird for me, the Buddhism.
Great. See, that's, you know, I know a fella called Beanhead round ours. Beanhead, he's watching this. Done the same thing, he was into everything, what he can get down, loved getting off his head. Yeah. But now he's just so clear, sobriety, doesn't take a substance, and he gets his highs on his philosophies on meditation and stuff like that. I'm doing all that, and I'm studying religion, and you know, for me, sobriety is, if you want to get off your head, be sober. You know, being sober is the new getting off your head. You know, you what's your breathing you talking about? You with your breathing?
Oh yeah, I'll do the Wim Hof breathing exercises.
Which gives you like a high?
Well, it's what the, yeah. But you're flooding your body with oxygen first thing. You do it in the morning at 6 o'clock in the morning. And it's what the deep sea, the divers, the free divers do. So I started out, instead of smoking a ciggy, you're taking a big deep breath, you know. Yeah, we do 40 of them, and I can hold my breath for
hold your breath,
3 minutes I can hold my breath for now.
3 minutes? Yeah. That's, and how old are you now? 60?
I'm coming to 60, yeah.
So, you know, so your body's regenerating.
Yeah, the oxygen goes right through your body, and you get I get a feeling of clarity, and then, you know, oneness with the cosmos, and I'm thinking, hey, I can slow everything down, because I meditate for an hour after that, I listen to the Gospel of Thomas or something like that, and just meditate. But, you know, while I'm meditating, all these ideas, creative ideas are coming up now, you know, this is what's happening.
It's like a new you, it's like a new life, you know, thank God, you know, thank the Creator. You know, because life at the moment is good, isn't it? You look well, you know, I made up your ear.
I've got a cup of coffee I made up and I'm still breathing.
Just think though, you know, that 1 inch above more you would have been dead. Or, you know, and there's
like,
been like, there's more lady stories.
Well, they're in the book. There's some crazy stories in the book, bit X-rated, so I didn't really talk about all.
So about your book, so what's your book's called? What's your book?
This one, I'm going to call it Squeal Pig, because it ends with a load of the crazy stories, and then we get it taken out of the cell, and they doing that 10-minute show with Chrissy Rock, and I'm running around the park. My life's a bit trippy sometimes, with a machete, with a fellow with a pig's head on. I should have been doing 8 years after my mates had to stab the busy with the screwdriver. There I am, 1 minute looking at 8 years in a cell, and I'm, you know, next thing I've got a film deal, but, you know, running around Newsham Park at 2 o'clock in the morning after a fellow with a pig's head on who's naked with a machete. So you know, that's the end story in it, you know. So the stories of my madness when I was under the influence are these 12 stories, yeah.
Wow, so there you go. Look forward to Martin's book, and hopefully get him on EastEnders, and also for the up and coming thing, the film or movie that you're writing now called Bloodline. Blood Pressure. Yeah. With Jim Martin. It's been a pleasure today, and I'm made up to see it again.
I love you, Jeff.
I love you too, man. Take care.
Bless
you. Thank you very much. If you do like this, and you haven't subscribed to our channel, who's you talking to? Because there's many a character coming on, but this one's been a special one. Subscribe, hit the notification bell for the up and coming more videos of uploads that we're going to do. Take care. Cheers. Thank you. Ta-ra.